Don't interrupt me again. Don't roll your eyes at me. Don't sigh at me. You have delayed these
Darrell, that's right. You keep acting like you ain't about to get 1,000 years. You keep it up, baby. You're doing a good job. Good job. High five. Hey, my babies, my lovelies, my honey pots, okay? Make sure that you hit the like button, subscribe, do all of these things, okay? Become a member, hit the join button to do that. You know what I'm saying? Helps mama and the channel on a regular basis. And they're getting right to it, all right? So on this particular day in Darrellville, okay? Darrell was upset. He said, you know what? I need my mother. I need my mama. Where's my mama? I need her here to testify, and such subpoenas need to be sent out, all these things and this and that, etc. So he's jumping real bad, you know, he's literally jumping, you know, because Darrell do be littling. Darrell do be a littling, so he's jumping bad, you know, with the judge. He want a subpoena. Now the judge is fine with this. She's like, I'm confused as to why you seem so, weird about this. That's fine. You want her subpoena? Here, fine. Go for it. Darrell's so sure, she gonna come. If I call her, she gonna come, okay? Something about some phone records and the police. Darrell seems to not think that his mother talked to the Waukesha police at all. But I'm pretty sure we heard her call the police on Darrell. But whatever, Darrell. Whatever you say. This your world. We just some squirrels. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what's going on with Darrell. What's got his panties all in a bunch? They just bunched up. You know what I mean? His tighty whities, that's very, very tighty. Go ahead, Darrell. You go off. You let him know. You let her know who the boss. Go ahead.
And then you reference my
the issues that I was
subject matter
raise.
Jurisdiction, as you know, is not
as
something
I don't know.
the state has to.
Darrell said, "No, what you ain't gonna do is tell me what I know, cause I know that I don't know shit. Okay, and you can't make me. Okay, you can't make me know the things, Your Honor." You don't know what I know unless you know that I know nothing. Then you do know what I know, okay?
To be, the state must prove.
It has to be. And
you are
if it doesn't,
frankly
show me
confusing
lawful law.
civil
Show me
jurisdiction
lawful law,
in
Your Honor.
federal cases with criminal court jurisdiction in the state of Wisconsin.
You don't have criminal.
That has been made abundantly
You don't
clear.
have subject matter jurisdiction or personal jurisdiction.
Mr. Brooks.
Or personal jurisdiction. You don't.
Judge, you don't have personal Don't you just love his hand gestures? When he puts his hands out like, somebody gonna give me a freedom sandwich or no? No? Oh.
You haven't proven.
You have not.
haven't
I
proven
excuse
for
the
the
jury.
record.
I'll give you the opportunity to raise whatever issue it was, but you need to do it now or we're moving forward.
That's what I want to do. That's what I was attempting to do.
And if you interrupt me one more time, you're going to go do it from the other courtroom.
And so you're holding me in contempt?
All right. He can go to the other courtroom and we will address these issues because
you
you
holding me in
are
contempt?
not being respectful. You are disruptive. You are interrupting. I will give you one more opportunity.
This judge is like one of those parents that keep saying, this is the last time. This is the last time. I'm going to count to 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Don't interrupt me again. Don't roll your eyes at me. Don't sigh at me. You have delayed these
He's so mature. He's the most mature. I mean, if you think about it, he's the most mature. No one more mature than the Darrell. Don't roll your eyes. Don't sigh. Darrell, that's right. You keep acting like you ain't about to get 1,000 years. You keep it up, baby. You're doing a good job. Good job. High five.
proceedings now by 15 minutes because of your nonstop commentary. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to listen to you. What issue do you want to raise, sir?
So are you letting me make an offer of proof of my appeal?
No, because that's not what's relevant at this time, sir. If you don't need to make an offer of proof. Tell me what the issue is. You said you have a legal issue you want to raise before we get going. What is that issue?
Okay. The legal issue is this. Detective Casey yesterday testified for the second time under oath in reference to exhibits 13 and 14 that showed backyard of my mother's home, which he stated that he had been to the home, had seen the backyard, all this stuff, when he did not, in fact, even speak with my mother.
Well, somebody spoke to your mother, because I heard her talking to him. Made a video about it, in fact. Dawn called the police on you, Darrell. I don't know if you know this. I don't know how you don't know this, being your own lawyer. Or being whoever's lawyer you are, since you say you don't even know anybody by that name. That's supposed to be who you're representing, but okay, whatever. She definitely spoke to the police. You think Dawn lied to Darrell?
It was brought to my attention that my mother, in fact, never spoke to any law enforcement from Waukesha.
Would you like to add her to your witness list to call her?
Yes, I would.
Now see how Darrell said that all like, yes, I would. As a matter of fact. The judge is like, okay, done. Anything else? look, Darrell's looking all prepared to be mad. Look at.
All right, that's
Because
fine.
she's
That's
willing,
all we'll
she's
address
willing
that.
to come.
But that's not something we needed to address this
It needs
right
to
away,
be addressed
sir.
because of the issue of the subpoena. That's the reason why it needed to be addressed. That's the reason why I was trying to attempt to
It
bring
could
it
have
to
been
your
done on a
attention.
break.
She willing to come? Oh, okay. So I guess that means that she did show up at some point during the trial? No? Oh. What happened, Darrell? She signed a subpoena? She said she was going to sign the subpoena. Judge, did you sign it? Yeah. Oh, you did? Hey, Darrell, where your mother at? Why your mother ain't come? You just sat here and said you wanted her to come. You was going to subpoena her. You were going to subpoena her. Where's she at? I'm just asking. Don't get all defensive, Darrell. I know how you get when your britches get all tight. You know what I'm saying? Just asking.
All right, so
Will I be?
you're
because I have-
you're asking me to add Dawn Woods to the witness list for you.
Yes, but I also have a question about the subpoena
The subpoena for whom?
for my mother. But I would also like to subpoena the phone record so it can be made part of the record of the conversation, since the prosecution listens to all the phone calls.
Now here Darrell is talking about a phone call that he made last night, the night before he's talking right now. He wants to subpoena that call. The call that he was counting on being recorded to use. Like, okay, so you talked to your mother. You said, "Mother, tell me on this phone right now, you never spoke to them. Say it now so that they can record it, so that I can then tomorrow go into court and subpoena this particular phone record, proving." Because that's how proof works for Darrell. You say what Darrell told you to say, and that's the proof. That's Darrell. Welcome to Darrellville, okay?
They should be able to have heard that phone call as well, so they should be on notice of what was said.
I don't know what phone call you're referring to. If
I'm
you're referring to a
phone
jail
call
phone
from-
call,
I'm referring
then
to a jail phone call that was made last night, October 20th, between 7:54 p.m. and 8:10 p.m.
Yeah, see, that was nice and planned. Look at him sitting there with the time. It was between this time and this time. Don't listen to none of the other times, because that stuff you don't need to hear. But this particular time, y'all need to put that on the record, because it's going to help me with my story, truth. Okay?
Which I'm sure the prosecution has heard by now. And that also brings up the issue of perjury testimony.
sir, the way that you will address the issues that you're talking about are to call witnesses to challenge that or to present the evidence in support of your position. If you're telling me you need to add Dawn Woods to the witness list, I approve of that. You can fill out a subpoena and I'll direct the state to serve that upon her, and at the appropriate time we'll have her brought. We'll indicate when in the order of folks she can be brought in. So I'll grant that request.
Darrell's like, no, I don't like it. You're supposed to object, Your Honor. You're supposed to question me thoroughly about why I want her here so that I can say it is my constitutional right as a sovereign citizen to do whatever I want. Did I nail it, Darrell? Did I nail it? I feel like I nailed it. I feel like I nailed that one. Did I get it?
Will I be
In
able
terms of the jail records, you'll have to subpoena the appropriate custodian or a witness who can testify to that.
That's what I was trying to gain knowledge of. 'Cause
I can't give you advice on that,
I'm
sir.
not trying to ask for advice.
But you keep saying that, Darrell, but it really does sound like you're asking for advice. You specifically ask her if it's legal. I just wanted to know if it was the legal law that I asked for that. That's what I was asking. I can't give you legal advice. I wasn't asking you for legal advice. Darrell, you know what, Darrell? You know what?
I was asking, is that
That's
legal for
asking
you to
me
subpoena?
I can't direct how you do that. I can't tell you how to do that. You are acting as your own attorney, and you will need to figure that out. So you have the subpoena forms. You can research the issues. You have access to legal research materials and other things, and that's how you'll have to address
I
that.
accept for value in return for value this document.
Yeah, Darrell and his accepting and returning for value and such and forth and etc. is hilarious. He just jumps back from sovereign citizen to talking about the Constitution and his rights. And my rights as a constitutional American and who's and such and however's etc. Okay, are interrupting my sovereign rights. Okay, Darrell can't pick one or nothing. He couldn't pick a defense, so he just tried to use them all. He can't pick whether he's a sovereign citizen or no. Okay, so he just used them both. But he decided, like she said, he wanted to be his own lawyer. I can do a better job than a real lawyer can. Okay, I know my right. Apparently you don't, because you in here asking the judge if you have the right to do some stuff. Okay, while also saying I'm not asking for advice. But okay, Darrell. Okay, go ahead.
Was that a subpoena form? Thank you. Is there any other witnesses you're asking to add to your, and you can also call Detective Casey if you want, just so you know.
So that make 3 times he's able to testify?
If you
Okay, Darrell, you just said you want your mother to come. You want to subpoena her. She didn't come. Spoiler alert. She didn't come. Then you say you want to subpoena the records from the phone records. Okay, got it. Got you. Now, the person that you want to contest, use that to contest, is this guy. She just said, added that in there for you. Just threw it in. And if you want to, you can also call him. And then the first thing you think to go is, oh, so now he gets to testify 3 times? Ain't that what you just asked for? Darrell, you are confusing me. Okay, I'm confused. Darrell was hoping for her to contest. I can tell you that's all that just happened here. Darrell just knew that she was gonna contest. And then Darrell was gonna, catch an attitude, about his constitutional rights as a sovereign citizen, such and so forth and so on, etc. But that didn't happen. So now Darrell's stuck with all this negative energy that he's just toting, that he was ready to throw onto the judge, but he was unable to. Oh, it's okay, Darrell. They're there.
you believe he has information that he hasn't testified to, I will give you permission to call him as well.
No, I don't think it'd be necessary. You know what he did.
In any event,
You know what he didn't do.
we're going to bring the jury back out, and then I expect you to call a witness.
And just so I'm clear, because I was trying to get to that issue, what witnesses are here? Because I don't have any paperwork for Collier.
Yeah, and then now that gets into Darrell not having the file, not being able to find the file on this one particular person who he asked to be there because that was on the list that his real lawyers had made for him, made for themselves before he fired them. He let them do all the work for him, and then he fired them. I guess they didn't have that one particular file together yet. So here Darrell is sitting here without the homework that he didn't do, that he had an expectation that they already did. And somehow he's got an attitude though, because he can't find it. Oh, special Darrell. Special Darrell. Just on some more special stuff. Oh, we'll end it there. That just another episode of Darrell being a Darrell on a Darrell-esque day. Always looking for a fight. Always staring at the ceiling instead of looking at whoever he's looking at. Like he thinks that's offensive, by the way. He thinks he's hurting somebody's feelings by not looking at him in the eye when they're talking. Like they would prefer to look at him or something, Whatever, Darrell. Whatever. Okay. Like I said at the beginning, y'all hit that like button, okay? Hit the subscribe button. Make it do what it do, okay? Do all the things that make the algorithm just pop. You know what I'm saying? Just pop. You know what I'm saying? Hit up in the comments. Let me know the weirdest thing that you've heard Darrell say. What's the weirdest thing that you've heard Darrell say ever? Let me know. There's so many to pick from, so good luck with that. Y'all already know what to do. Y'all behave, because I'm not going to do it. No, absolutely not. It's not my thing. I tried it on once. It just doesn't fit. You know what I'm saying? But mama love you, though. Yes, she do. She definitely do. Peace.